The Birth of the Royal Guard, Untold Secrets of British History Chapter 1. Standing guard outside London's palaces, their presence is unmistakable. Dressed in scarlet coats, tall black bearskin hats, and rifles held firmly in their hands, they are symbols of unwavering discipline. They do not smile, they do not flinch, they do not react. Even as tourists take photos, laugh, or try to distract them, their eyes remain fixed forward, unshaken. These men are known as the Royal Guard, the unyielding protectors of the British monarchy. But how did they begin? What secret history lies behind their creation? And why, even after centuries, do they still remain one of the most respected guard units in the world? Today, we travel back through the corridors of time, to an England of kings, conspiracies, and political chaos. To the very birth of the Royal Guard. It was the year 1485. England had just emerged from the bloody Wars of the Roses, a brutal civil war between rival houses that left the throne unstable. Henry Tudor, crowned as King Henry VII, had seized victory at the Battle of Bosworth. But his grip on power was fragile. Enemies lurked in every corner, rebellions brewed in silence, and assassins were ready to strike. For a king surrounded by such dangers, trust was a rare treasure. He needed more than ordinary soldiers. He needed a body of men who would not only fight for him, but would die for him. Thus, from the ashes of war, emerged the earliest form of the Royal Guard. The Royal Guard was never meant to be just soldiers. They were chosen carefully, men of courage, discipline, and most importantly, loyalty. Their role was more symbolic than military. To protect the king was to protect the very foundation of monarchy. In those times, the death of a king was not merely the loss of a ruler, it could plunge an entire nation into chaos. A single dagger in the dark could undo the stability of an empire. And so, the guards who stood closest to the king were as vital as his crown. Imagine, for a moment, being a soldier in that era. To be handpicked by the monarch himself as his personal protector. It was not only a duty but an honor that elevated you above ordinary men. You would march at royal processions, stand watch in palaces, and carry the weight of the king's life on your shoulders. This was the origin of a tradition that has lasted over 5 centuries. The Royal Guard was born out of fear, loyalty, and the will of a king who refused to let his crown be stolen. But over time, they would become more than just protectors. They would become a living symbol of monarchy itself. And so begins our story. The Birth of the Royal Guard, the Untold Secrets of British History. End of Chapter 1.